it's me Monica and welcome back to my channel. Um, if you saw my last video, I mentioned that my next few videos will be a little off script where I will be talking about anything that comes to my head while I'm making this video as I feel inspired. If you don't know, I have a little blog website. It's a Notion website, so I'm going to shamelessly plug this in here. You should check it out. And a few days ago, I want to say last week, I wrote an article which was called God is a Kind Soul and I'm Still Figuring My Footing. The reason I'm mentioning this is because this is what's inspiring me to talk about something here today. One of the questions I asked here was, I want to find more patterns, but do patterns help navigate life or create a routine? So I'm going to give a little example of a very baby scenario, me and food. I've had a very love and hate relationship with food, as you have seen in my videos, and if you've met me. It started 8 to 10 years ago, where I've been trying to fit in different patterns into my life. And they all don't last more than 3 to 6 months. Or, yeah, they just don't last more than 3 to 6 months, 9 months at max. And anytime those patterns change, it's because they were not serving me or because I was not loving or appreciating of that service. And it's also because it felt forced. It's also because there was a need to change that pattern because of many reasons. Some of them were change of environments and some of them were change of mental environments, mental states. There were very many different reasons. And currently, I'm in a space where I want to change that pattern again. But this time, it's coming with a little more intention. And the reason I'm saying that it's coming with a little more intention is because I have noticed that all those patterns that were created or were formed earlier were through people, through dietitians, through forcing myself into wanting to be a certain way instead of me being inherently who I am and acknowledging that and not hating myself. And now I'm in a space where I come from a lot of love for myself and from within myself. The shift is great, actually. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how this shift happened. I think there's more to explore there, but it's a great shift. And so now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to capture a little bit of all those patterns to see what served me then and removing things that didn't serve me then and incorporating it into my life now. The one thing I'm noticing is some of those things that served me then are not serving me right now. That's weird, right? By serving me right now means it's not working for me. It worked for me then, it's not working for me right now. It sounds really silly, but if you think about it, it's very similar to things like wake up early in the morning. It's going to help you. You're going to wake up charged. Or it's stuff like you need a 9 to 5 routine or you should get a job or stuff like you should eat right. I'm getting back to food. You should eat right. Or there are like few things that people expect you to do or expect you to have a part of your routine or somewhere you expect to have a part of your routine. Even though it doesn't work for you, you're trying to force or fit it into your life. That won't work. That'll never work. That'll work for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and then it'll stop working. I learned very, very early on in life that I am a morning person. I love waking up in the morning. Mornings are my time. I love the mornings. I would wake up at 5 a.m. ever since I was a kid. That's one of the traits I love about myself. I love waking up in the morning. I love seeing the sunrise. And I like going to bed early. And I've been like this for a very, very long time. Even when my teenage years were hitting, and people were doing all-nighters or like staying up late at night to study, I was one of the few people that could not do it. No matter how hard I tried, I felt like I was fighting something within me to be able to do that. While they were pulling all-nighters, I was the kind of person that was sleeping up at like 8:39 p.m. and waking up at 3 a.m. because that was easier for me and that worked with me. And in all honesty, that was great. So we started off with a question. I want to find more patterns, but do patterns help navigate life or create a routine? There's something to be said about all these patterns that have served you in certain times and are not serving you now or continue to serve you right now. So in that sense, I think it's helping you navigate life. But at the same time, there is no need for you to be sticking on to some patterns that are not working out for you. Absolutely no need. And sometimes it can feel like you're letting go of a small or big part of yourself, or there's an identity shift that's taking place within you when you try to let go of certain patterns that no longer serve you. But sit with yourself and try to understand, is it worth holding on to a certain pattern in your life if it's not serving you? Or sit with most of the patterns in your life and try to dissect it through, because I think it helps in the long term. I think it's important. And I'll tell you why. A lot of my past, or things I thought were problematic in my past, have found themselves repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating in myself because I chose to disrespect myself by choosing to not live authentically and in my energetic state, which was me living in patterns, or me living in patterns that didn't serve me. Why I'm talking about all these patterns in my past, it's because I'm currently feeling a shift, or the need to shift my reality right now, and or my patterns right now. And one of those things that I want to switch right now is my consumption of short form content. I am an addict. I am addicted to my phone, and I am addicted to TikTok, and I'm addicted to Instagram, and I'm addicted to consuming some sort of content that's scattered or not complete in information. I will be able to tell you fun facts, but I will not be able to tell you things that those facts are stemming from, which I think personally is something I want to work on. And 6-7 years ago, I felt this way. 3-4 years ago, I know I felt this way. 2-3 years ago, I know I felt this way. Last year, I know I felt this way. April of this year, I know I felt this way. I made no changes towards this. So I'm taking these next 25, 30 days to plan out or find ways to be able to switch this pattern so I can start 2025 with a new pattern where I don't overconsume short form content, spend more time reading books and longer form content and information, and also spend more time with people in these fields that I'm wanting to learn more about, so that I have a more working knowledge of how some things work. It's been a great desire of mine to have a website that encompasses parts of the polymath that I aspire to be. And I was describing it to my friend before I was coming to college that this is what I'm going to do. And by this, I mean, I want a section on my art, I want a section on my photography, I want a section on the math, I want a section on the physics, I want a section on my food, I want a section on my craft, like, you name it, and I wanted to do it. And my coding projects. I have so many coding projects. I was looking at my laptop and they're nowhere out there or compiled together. So that's also one of those things I want to do. I have too many coding. What the hell? Kind of proud of myself. And this website of mine has been a dream, firstly because I want to be able to hold on to everything that I have learned over the years. Secondly, to be able to showcase or have something that's a part of me, an extended part of me, that holds on to everything I've learned, that I can look back at and be like, oh shit, this is where it started. This is baby Varnika, bro. This is where it started. And I love looking back at things that I've done as a baby, because then I used to think this was so hard and it's not happening. And when I used to get it and I used to click, I used to be like, oh, that's great. Like, I used to feel really happy. And to be able to see that again makes me happy now. So this was one of the things that I wanted. And I've wanted for a very long time. But because I've not made the right pattern switches, I have found myself slacking time and time again. And this is the time to not slack. And the reason I'm saying this is, shit, I'm 22 and I've slacked for a very, very long time. But also, shit, I'm just 22. I have a lot of time. Shit, I'm just 22. I have a lot of time. And there's lots to do. There's lots to learn. And honestly, I'm kind of excited for 2025. I think good things are coming, and I think big things are coming, and I feel like it's going to be a good year. It's coming from a place of love, and things are just working out differently, which is great. Touch wood, no nazar, please and thank you. But thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to my little rant. There'll be lots of these coming up because I'm in a space where I'm trying to reflect and trying to find things I want to incorporate and change and replace before I start the new year. And I think the past 2 months have been just about that. See you. Bye.